How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm just going to do a little bit of a quick video. Now, you might notice that this one's a little bit different than the other ones. I just want to quickly point something out, just so you guys understand. Currently, family-wise and privately, there are some things happening on my side of things. Specifically, my grandma is currently in the hospital with, intensive care and all that, and it isn't really the best of situations. But my parents, I talked to them just a little bit briefly, and my mom just said, don't worry about it, just keep doing you. Don't worry about it. And from my family side, they're all just kind of continuing with their days and just kind of trying to continue forward. And I'm trying to do the same thing. Instead of like boggling down and trying, just sitting and being depressed in a corner, I'm trying to just continue with my day and continue doing what I do. I took 4 hours or so, just relax for a little bit, hung out with some friends, talked to family and all that stuff, and just kind of like relax for a minute. And I didn't want to just lay down in my bed and just kind of be like, okay, great, let's just be, sad and depressed and just kind of worry about, oh boy, we're all going to eventually die one day. Instead of doing that, I thought, why not come in here and talk about other stuff, stuff that you guys enjoy, hearing about. So I thought we'd go through some things, kind of debunk a few things, discuss a few things, and just have a normal video, as usual. Things are developing every single minute. There's stuff coming out 24/7, so I thought we'd get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's kick it off with this. So, you guys may have seen this pop up on Twitter. There was a new trademark by Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures that registered a trademark under the name of Alter Genesis. Now, when I saw this, I got really intrigued, and I think a lot of people got really intrigued. We also got the full document here from PokeExperto, giving us a rundown of the full thing, what it says, and all that stuff. And basically, Alter Genesis, to me, when I first heard it, I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. I mean, I was thinking of Jetsys and whatnot. That's what came to my mind for a little minute. And also, I was thinking like Alter Genesis, anything to do with like, genetic mutation, something like that. I think even PokeExperto tweeted out, or Melkor tweeted out that, I think right around here, that it could be something that reminds him of Mewtwo, and that's what I thought about for a minute as well. Like, it does kind of sound like, something in that kind of vein. But it turns out also that, and I did also ask specifically Melkor about this, I think I did it right here, Melkor, since you state it's for games, consoles, and video games, is there a chance it's simply a TCG, or does that come under a different category? And of course we had Barbie Elite 4 here saying, bro, this is TCG stuff. Same thing happened with Ultra Shiny, and even most of the recent ones with Full Metal Wall and Double Blaze. Hence my question to Melkor about it. Exactly, that's why I asked him, because I was a bit unsure, because whenever I see these, he always just mentions games, consoles, and video games, and I never really know what these guys, these ones fall under. But apparently, it turns out, as Melkor mentions a bit further up here, right here, he mentions that also Alter Genesis could be a new TCG set or something related to video games. Description covers both things. So the category that it's within, the documents, basically falls under both of them. So it could be a TCG set. And guess what, guys? I actually discovered something. Now, if you look at the actual name, it says Alter Genesis, right? Now, you will notice there is actually something called Neo Genesis. This is an old TCG set which came out a long time ago. It's a gold and silver TCG set, I think, and it would make sense that this is a sort of remake of this old Neo Genesis set that they're going to be doing in Japan, and also I guess maybe an English one as well. So Alter Genesis could literally just be, or Alternative Genesis, which the name really is in English, could also genuinely just be Neo Genesis, the TCG set, being remade. So I thought I'd just kind of break that down, give that information to people who maybe don't know it, but I think that should pretty much debunk the possibility of this being something else. We pretty much know now it's a TCG thing. I mean, when I saw it, the first thing that came to my mind was, maybe, it's probably a TCG set, but then, I saw some other tweets, and I was like, maybe Melkor's right, maybe this could be Mewtwo related, but, I kind of looked into it, and that's why I asked the question. I asked the question first, before I jumped, head first in and was like, guys, we got a trademark, because, this isn't really a trademark that gives us many important things, to be, frankly honest. It's, clearly a TCG related thing, most likely. I mean, the fact that the name is Alter Genesis, aka Alternative Genesis, and there is a TCG set from the past called Neo Genesis, just lines up perfectly. So yeah, thought I'd mention that real quick. Now let's go to the next thing, guys. So this you guys may have seen from the Pokemon Go, Twitter account, and also the Pokemon official accounts, basically doing a celebration of the upcoming Pokemon Day. We're kicking off a new event, and we've invited some familiar Pokemon originally discovered in the Kanto region. Be on the lookout, as you might find Pikachu and Eevee wearing flower crowns on your travels. So yeah, I am getting a little bit, freaked out here because there's so many references to crowns, as you guys may have noticed. There's tons of them. I'm actually going to bring up another one here that I showed yesterday in a video, which I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but yesterday I mentioned that in the Sun and Moon anime, there were little, like, stickers or whatever showing, like, that had crowns on them, and also, like, the crown of a, like one of those, the queen in chess, like the crown she wears. It was one of those crowns, and also a normal, like, king crown, like a kingly crown, so to say, that was on the other marker. So there's been a lot of references to crowns. There's also the crown in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. There's that. Let me just actually bring up the little thingies from the other video. Let me just find the actual tweets here because I have so many to go through. But let's see, here we go. So here's the image I'm talking about. You'll see right there, you've got these markers right there. You've got, like, the female one, which is like a cross or whatever, and the normal, like, kingly one. So there's a lot of these that are being, referenced. Like right here, you see these. There's ton of them. Ton of them. So what I'm trying to get across is there's a lot of references to specifically crowns in Pokemon as of recent, and a lot of connections to the UK we've seen as of recent as well. So who knows, man? The UK thing could end up being real. It could end up being nothing. Who knows at this point? I would love to know your opinions, though, about that whole subject. Next thing on our agenda here is going to, this is the same related thing. It just kind of goes through all this information. If anybody is wondering about the actual celebration of the Pokemon Day, you can see the dates right here. Date and time is listed right there. Of course, you have to do some, translating on this because it says GMT -8, and PST up here. So you'll need to do a little bit of translating on that. But you can look at this screen, pause it if you want to check it out, or just go to the Pokemon Twitter account and check this link right here. Either way, next thing. So, this is something that I think is worthwhile bringing up, but there are several new videos that have been privated, more videos that are getting privated on the official Pokemon, accounts on YouTube. More of them are disappearing. We'll see right here, there's been 2 that have been privated as of recent, and there's just more and more of them just kind of like plopping away, like plop, plop, they're gone. And it's happening a lot. So there's a lot of them just popping away and getting privated. And now, why is this a good thing? Well, that means that they're getting rid of other trailers and stuff that they don't want to be there, that can confuse the audience that are about to watch a new trailer, or when they're searching up the new games. They don't want them to be seeing the old games, they want them to see the new games. So they basically always private videos ahead of time to make sure that is not an issue, or that doesn't become an issue in one form or another. So that's a very common thing that you see specifically the Pokemon Company do. I thought it'd be worthwhile bringing that up. And one of the final things I want to go into here is that this is fake. So anybody, if you see this, and the only reason I show these ever is just to kind of debunk them real quick, you'll notice that the actual, like, if you look at the logos, first of all, they use a base kind of like font here for the text that says, Pocket Monsters or whatever. And also the actual logo here that says Pocket Monsters. I'm not sure why the font he used here, the person who faked this, why he decided to make the, the first letter here so squished. I just don't know why he would do that. The Pokemon letters, like, at the start are always, like, a bit more bent, like, properly sized. But this one's just, like, all squished up, which is not how it's supposed to look like. Also, the fact that you reuse the same logo here and here, that just proves that it isn't real. And also add on top of that another fact that this logo right here, this actual Pokemon logo that you see, this Pokeball logo, sorry, this is from Google. I've seen this, and I've actually used this exact image in, like, thumbnails and stuff I made, like, a long time ago, and even, like, artwork I've worked on. Like, I incorporate that with, like, in a layout or something. So I even recognize the Pokeball there from Google. So yeah, definitely a fake one. Thought it'd be worthwhile to just point it out and just give you guys the information on that. And I think that is about... I think that's about it, though. I don't think there's really much else to mention. So, yeah, guys, again, thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for supporting it. I really freaking appreciate it. Again, I want to make this video because, honestly, I don't like just sitting doing nothing. It's kind of boring just laying in bed and doing nothing with my day. I was playing a bit of Apex with my buddy, and that's really about it. There's nothing else I really could do, so I thought I'd just make a video for you guys and just, just make something that you guys can, be entertained by. So, enjoy that video, guys. Today I'll be back. Tomorrow I'll be back with a normal stream. We'll be back again doing our normal stuff, Instead of just getting boggled down in depression and just kind of being sad, I can just stay happy and, just kind of like celebrate, the life that my grandma has had, and hopefully she makes it through. If anything goes, haywire and things don't turn out, in a good manner, then that's just how it is sometimes. But hopefully things will turn out good. I'm praying for that to happen. And if they do end up good, perfect. If they don't, what can we really do? But just celebrate her legacy. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below. I'll catch you on the next one. Have yourselves a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.